You need to know how to use your content to capture the attention of people and bring them in as new clients. And so today we're going to cover the 3 types of content that answers the main questions that people have before they hire you. So the questions on people's mind before they hire you sound something like this. First of all, do I like this person? You know, do I feel drawn to hear more, or am I repelled? So do I like him or her? And do I trust this person? Are they really who they say they are? Are they an expert? Are they going to deliver real value to me? Should I move forward, even in watching their content, right? Nobody wants to waste their time or money. And then the third question they have is, does this person have a solution that will benefit me? Can I benefit from investing my time and or money with this person? So for those of you who don't know me, hello, I'm Patty Keating. I'm a business strategist and a certified energy leadership coach and a lifelong entrepreneur. I've had businesses nonstop since I was 9 years old. I love marketing, I love business development, and I love strategy. I help my clients, who are mainly coaches, consultants, somebody with a service, sometimes some products or merchandise, who wants to make a difference in the lives of others, so transformational industry. And I help them create coaching programs and offerings that provide real value in the world, and that they can fill with an organic marketing strategy that brings the right people to them, not just anybody, but the right people, so that they can make the money they want, serving people who they want to serve and can have a big impact on, and doing what they love. That is so important, that we're able to do what we love and show up every day and make a difference in the lives of others. So what we do is we put the processes together and that you're going to use in your business, and create a simple system that allows you to work usually around 20 hours a week. And my preference is high ticket offers, although sometimes we do have some midpoint offers and even some low ticket offers occasionally. But the core of what I teach is to have a really solid high ticket offering that's going to get tremendous results for your clients over time. So if you'd like to know more about my 2024 programs, drop the comment 2024 and we can talk about options for working together. The training today is all about the 3 types of content that bring you clients. So before we dive into the 3 types, we first have to understand that there are several different types of buyers. If we boil it down to the basics, people buy for 2 reasons. They buy because of an emotional connection they feel, and they buy because of a rational decision they've made. So let's see how the content we share can speak to both the emotional and the rational. And that's what we're going to do here right now. So the first type of content is entertain. We want to be entertained. We have options at our fingertips to enjoy whatever we want. This category, entertain, this is based on an emotional connection. So entertaining creates an emotional connection with your prospective clients. So emotional content is really likely to create a deeper relationship with your audience, and it contributes to a higher brand loyalty. If somebody feels entertained by you, they feel a connection and they tend to want more. So they feel loyal to you and your audience. And this category is an inspiration-based type of content. So you are inspiring people, and that's what creates the emotional connection. It creates a response emotionally, and it helps you really get in touch with people that maybe they haven't heard of your brand yet, or they haven't identified your service as a solution to a problem that they might have. So, how do you inspire your viewers with entertaining content? Well, there's 3 main ways you can do that. The first way, and they are not in order of preference, they're just 3 things to make sure you're doing all 3 of. The first one is case studies. So case studies involve sharing the story of your clients, sharing the before, during, and after with your clients, having some sort of either, they could do a video for you, they could do a written post for you. You could bring them on and interview them and really let people see the connection you have. Case studies sell. People want social proof and they want evidence that you can get results for people. Now, what do I do if I'm brand new, Patty? You can borrow a case study as an example. So let's say you are a relationship coach and maybe you're just starting out, but you believe in relationship coaching, relationship coaching works and you've seen it work. You can talk about what you've seen work in the world as an example. So you can't get out of it even if you're new. I want you to do case studies. The second type of entertaining content that is inspiring is your own personal story. So how have you created results in your life that you would want to share with your audience? And it's a result that you help your clients get. So sharing your story. Where were you? How did you feel when you were there? What kind of process did you go through? What were your emotions? Remember, this is an emotional connection. So share your story. I like to share my story and encourage my clients to share their story in real time. And the way you do that is you take yourself to a moment and in your mind, or if you're writing on your page, you can say, so here I am. And you take us, just like if you were watching a movie, you take us to a moment in time. So here I am, newly divorced, 4 kids, brand new coaching business, and I decided to move 100 miles away from the place I've always called home and start over. So that's how I might start my story for those of you who've heard about my start in the coaching industry. Almost 20 years ago, you guys. It'll be 20 years in February. So take your person, your viewers, to a moment in time. Rather than talking about what you did, take them through the process. Tell them, I will share in my stories, the first time I spoke, I cried my way to the top. I shook my way up onto the stage, and I promised myself absolutely 100% I would never put myself in this position again. And then I tell what happened, and I've been a speaker ever since. So take us to that moment. Can you feel like you're like, oh, what happened? That is your own story. And then the third type of inspirational post under the category of entertain is statistics. Now that sounds kind of, dry and boring, but it doesn't have to be. You can have fun with statistics. You can drop, you can help people see a new way of thinking about a statistic or inspire them through statistics. So don't count those out. That could be something like, did you know that the coaching industry will cross $3 billion in 2024? And it's only been around since, the end of the 1900s. That's an inspirational statistic to people who want a part of that revenue that is projected for the industry. So tell me in the comments, do you use entertaining content And if you do, are you sharing all three types? And then I'll come back and check the comments here in just a minute. Actually, let's see. I'm curious if I can see them. Oh, I can. Hi, Emily. Welcome. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you guys. It's so nice. Jennifer, hello from Australia. It's so nice to be able to see the comments. Makes me happy. Although, oh no, I'm not frozen. Okay, I'm going to go back over to Zoom so I don't get distracted. But do tell me. I'm going to wait and or Twilight. Okay, I got it now. Thank you for helping me with your name. I like to know how to pronounce your name. All right, let me know, you guys. Are you using these inspirational types of posts in your content? I'm going to silence my phone. You know, great formats for entertaining your audience are written posts, stories, videos, and as I said, case studies. Interviewing a client is a great way to entertain and create a client's story and share a client's story. So you can just invite somebody on, hop on and do an interview. You can both be on Zoom and then stream over to Facebook and just share the story, right? You can also, as I said, share a situation you've moved through or create a statistic or example. So are you doing that? And this only works if you absolutely know what your audience is looking for, what they're thinking about the situation they're in, what they believe they need, and then you speak to them from their viewpoint. So when you're sharing your story, when you're sharing your case study, when you're sharing your statistic, make sure you're plugged in to what your client, how your client sees the situation they're in. What do they believe they need? How do they see it? One of the big mistakes people make here is sharing what they do or how they do it or their solution rather than speaking to the client's viewpoint of the situation. The client doesn't know what they need. If they knew, the prospective client, if they knew, they probably would have gotten their solution. So you have to meet people where they are and understand what it is they want. You have to understand what it is they want. And then your solution, as they move through it with you, they're going to get what they need. So do you know what your specific client thinks right now about their situation? Drop a comment and let me know. Do you know what your specific client thinks right now? What do they want right now for their situation? Let me just see. Emily, I'm using case study, also with a testimonial and a personal story. I need to do statistics. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Find some statistics. That's fun. Emily says they want to know what their dream job is. Good job. They want to know, what is my dream job? Excellent. Jackie, sharing but not consistent on the stat post. Yeah, we kind of a lot of times tend to back away from those because they seem boring, is what I hear a lot from people. But again, you can make it fun, and it really increases your expertise when you share facts about your industry and where it's going. It makes you, and we want to be informed, right, of how things are progressing in our industry. Okay, the second type of post that leads to buyers is called informed posts. And these posts are rational. So remember, we're addressing two types of buyers, and they're not just separate buyers. We all have both. We tend to lean in one direction or the other, but there's emotional decision makers and rational decision makers. So we want to make sure we're addressing both, and that's where informed posts come in. So this is the biggest reason people will buy from you is when they can make a rational decision and they feel an emotional connection. Okay. In informed posts, you must stand for something that helps your client see, maybe there's a different way. You're informing them, you're reporting, you're advocating. So you put on your reporter hat and you write your informed posts. This is a way for you to let your followers know that you have expertise and that you believe in your services. You believe in the transformation that you make. Now, what happens here is people make the mistake of holding back on what they believe. And sometimes not even wanting to be different. Well, there's a couple reasons. There's no evidence. Nobody else is doing that. I don't know if it's going to work. So sometimes it's easier to be comfortable and go, well, the industry's doing this, so I'll do that. The industry's pricing things this way, so, I'll price my services accordingly. And that does not help you stand out. It helps you blend in, right? If you don't show them a different way of thinking, you're going to blend in. So trust yourself, trust what you know, and inform people of what you believe that might be different. Standing out and informing viewers of your opinion helps people see that there are other ways to address the situation they're in. So tell me, do you know what you stand for? And well, tell me that first, and then I have another question for you. I've got a couple of them because I'm a coach and that's what I do. Let me check. I know there's a little delay, so I'll check back here in just a minute. So the first question is, do you know what you stand for? And then, are you sharing your way of thinking? Even if it might be controversial. So I believe that entrepreneurs create the future. I believe that true freedom, the true freedom of expressing who you are is one of the greatest contributions you can make. But not everybody believes that, nor should they. Like, we're a world of different people with different opinions and different beliefs. So let yours be known, right? There's people who disagree. Well, what about employees? Like, we need employees, and we do. So if I want to call in my people, I can speak to the fact, I can inform them that if they want true freedom in their life, if they want to grow a sustainable business they love, they need to know who they are, and they need to express their greatest gifts, not just be a carbon copy of somebody else or do something because it worked for somebody else. So that's a differentiator in my brand. What's the differentiator in your brand? And are you sharing? You might know it. You might be doing this for a certain reason. Are you sharing your way of thinking publicly in your content? Let me take a peek over here. Jackie, yes, I stand for happiness as leading to our success. And I'm sharing the neuropsychology and science-backed information to turn that around. Good for you. Congratulations. 85% of employees are unhappy and CEOs are at a loss. That's a statistic post right there. Awesome. Well done, Jackie. And important work. It's true. And, I have that same belief that, the happier I am, the more service I can provide, the bigger my business can grow, the more money I can make, the more people I can make. And it comes back to that core value that you have. I stand for happiness as leading to our success. And so you can be noisy about that. If you're not happy, you're not going to be successful. That's an informed post. It's a little edgy. It's a blog post. Can you see that? Like, that's a little edgy. Like, what? Some people might not like it, and other people will be like, whoa, yes. those informed posts will get, people will come back to me like a year later and say, I started following you when I remember the thing you said. I just did one the other day. The reason that you can't is the reason that you must. Now, not everybody's going to agree with that, but I hear it in objections in sales calls, right? And I can always see, oh my gosh, they're giving me all these reasons why they can't, and it's the very reason they must. I saw that over and over, and I just wrote the post. So use your life, use your daily experiences. You don't have to have a system around this. You can keep an eye. I want you to make sure you're using all of them. But when something comes up in your coaching, in your service delivery, and you're like, wow, and you have an opinion about it, share it. Those kind of posts, or people can really feel your heart in that. Oh, good. You guys are meeting. I love that. Okay. Emily, if you want true personal power in your life, you need to know who you are and what you want. You're quoting me. What I stand for. Yes, thank you. I thought you were sharing yours. But, or maybe that is yours and ours are similar. That is what you stand for. Sorry, Emily, didn't mean to hijack your stand. It sounds very much like mine. Personal power is so important. And in order to have true personal power, you need to know who you are and what you want. That's great. So here's an informed post idea. If you don't know who you are, you're not going to get what you want. Do you see how that's kind of edgy, you guys? So that is inform. Informed content really gives your buyer the trust they need to become customers, right? Because when you're willing to be seen and share your opinion at that level, people take note. So some ideas for you: videos of you, little blurbs of you, like if you edit some sort of training you do, a little short clip of you doing your work, or coaching somebody, not maybe just you speaking, hosting events and trainings like this. Those are great ways to show people what you stand for and your way of providing a solution for them. Informing also provides facts and figures that helps with the rational part of decision making. So you can add facts and figures, right? Like Jackie had a great one. I don't know if it's still, no, I can't see it. Giving us some facts and figures about the status of, workers right now. Okay. Now, the next type of post is educate. And this is also rational, but we're weaving emotional through all of these as well. So educational content, it's less emotional than entertaining content. And it helps your audience solve challenges that they might be struggling with. It really convinces people, right? Like it's more about, okay, here's the process I would go through with this person. The mistake that people make here is thinking that educational content needs to be dry and boring, like actually showing somebody, teaching somebody. You can make it fun and factual when you know what your clients are seeking. Remember, we went back to that, like, what do they want? What do your clients want is what you speak to. What they need is what you deliver. So educational content can be something like 3 steps. Well, this is educational content, right? 3 types of posts to sell your coaching programs. That's educational. And these 3, I'm taking you through an educational training. And it provides value. You can use it to, really just talk about what you do, how you do it, provide value to your audience by educating them on specific topics within your company. And if you've watched some of my other trainings, you know that I set up your signature system with the 3 to 5 pillars, and each pillar has educational content underneath it. but you can draw from that pillar. You can have your educational, your entertaining, and your informational content. So once you've got this foundational container for your business, you can really see how easy it is to create content that makes sense. It's easy to create content, but does it make sense? Is it giving people, are people engaging with it and asking for more information because it makes sense to them? When they see you, you are talking about these same things in different ways. Okay, so the other thing it does is it helps them see if they might want to work with you, right? They'll have insights and you will establish credibility by giving them like a sample of what it might be like to work with you. It also, you want it to encourage engagement, right? So that's why you can say, like I am, drop a comment if you're using these 3 types of content. And then you can interact with people. You can also share like your creative ideas. You can share success stories or something thought-provoking. So let me just address a question I can hear in my mind. Somebody might ask, well, if I'm sharing a success story, is that, is that entertainment or is that education? If you're leaning more towards education, you would say, something about over this amount of time, these things happened. Here's the strategy we used. Whereas a case study in a story, it could have that. There's overlap here, but it's more inspirational. Like here's what my life looked like. Here's the changes we made, and here's how my life is now. So you can mix them. But what you want to do here is give your viewers a new way to look at something. Great ideas for educational content are guides, ebooks, just quick little one-sheet pages, information on trends, trainings like this. So let me ask you, are you providing educational content to your audience?